Hi my friends, how you doing? Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. We're going to be talking all about new Dior Luminizers. I'm very excited to finally get to try these guys out. I am gonna demo these two shades for you. I have a ton of comparisons, with other luxury high-end highlighters that I have in my collection. I also going to compare their older Dior highlighter formulations and see if they're very similar, whatnot. I'm gonna tell you if you need them or not in your life. If this is your first time here, I am Gigi. I am a registered nurse obsessed with skincare, beauty, and makeup. Here on my channel, I do a lot of first impressions, I do unboxing, all that good stuff. So if that's something that you enjoy, go ahead and click on the red button that says subscribe, and also come to my Instagram because over there I do keep you posted on new makeup sales, makeup releases, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's start. Alright you guys, so let's begin. And today we have Forever Couture Luminizers by Dior. I picked out two shades. I thought these shades will suit my complexion really well. They have, I believe, 8 or 9 shades in this range. They look all really beautiful. I picked them up from Referal if you're in Canada, but they're already readily available. They're on Dior's website, and I've seen them or Nordstrom, I think. Anywhere that I can find them, I'll make sure to link them. I know they've been selling out quite quickly, so yeah, wherever I find them, I'll link them for you all. So I picked up two beautiful shades. I picked up the shade for Golden Glow, and this is a quick look at that shade. And then I picked up 01, which is Nude Glow. I thought, I have a Nude Glow in their older formulation, so this is one of my favorite highlighters from Dior. It is beautiful to begin with. The compact is just absolutely stunning, and this is the inside of it. So I think this is their newer take. Now they're revamping every single packaging. They're all making it look like this. We've seen their bronzers, which I've reviewed. We have also their setting powder looking the same, but the bronzer has a matte finish at the front, if you can see, but the luminizers have a glossy finish. Let's take a look at shade number 1. As I mentioned, this is the shade Nude Glow, and we're gonna jump into applications right away because what is there to say about a highlighter? I'm going to be taking my Sonia G in the mini cheek, which is the blue brush. We're going to apply it right here. As you can see, I have a full face of makeup. Every single thing is going to be linked up below if you're interested of what I'm using. But I applied blush. I do not have any highlighter. So let's go ahead and apply Nude Glow first. And this is beautiful. As the name suggests, it's truly a nude glow. So it is very neutral. It's sitting really beautiful on my complexion. It is looking not really natural, but you're able to build it up, and I'm sure if I wet my brush, I'm gonna get really intense pigmentation. I feel like the shade is really beautiful against my medium tan complexion right now. I'm quite tan, and this is the shade. It looks a little bit golden, but truly it is a neutral, sort of like a neutral highlighter. So this is looking pretty, and you can see as you build it up, it gets really intense. So I do see where they're calling it intense. The next shade that I got is this one, which is Golden Glow, and I don't know if you can see, if I put it like this, it looks a little bit coral, and it looks stunning. So I'm just gonna clean this brush on a towel that I have here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same for this side of my cheek. This is beautiful. I really like this shade for my complexion. I like golden highlighters anyways, so I knew that I needed Golden Glow. Look at that. Oh, it is beautiful. It looks just really pretty. Like, it's not really sitting at top of my complexion. It just melted onto my cheeks, and I love this shade. Look at that. So this is Nude Glow, and this is Golden Glow. They may look similar in the viewfinder, I'm not sure when I edit, but they're definitely different kind of highlighters. I could tell that this one, again, it just leans golden, and then this one is a little bit more neutral. So depends on your eye makeup and you know the highlighter that you're going for. They are totally different shades, and I'm glad I didn't get, you know, similar shades. They do have pinky shades, a coral shade that looked just like a blush, but I didn't want to go that route because I wasn't sure they were gonna like really show up as a blush or just like a topper, and I wasn't sure I wanted something like that. So these are them. This is what they look like. I'm gonna apply a little bit of setting spray at top. That usually makes, you know, highlighters just sit better on the complexion, and it just melts everything, you know, down a little bit better. And this is it after I apply the setting spray, and I feel like it makes it look even more blinding. As you can see, that really makes it more intense. I'm kind of like here for this. This is not gonna be your natural highlighter. These are very, very intense. Look at that. But I'm really loving how just soft everything looks. Right now I am dealing with some reaction from something that I used, and I have little bumps all over my face, but it's not really emphasizing anything at all. I just feel like it's really melted everything on to my cheeks, and it looks really pretty. So now let's move on. I'm sorry, I'm blinding you. Let's move on to some swatches. So let's do Nude Glow first, and I'm gonna apply it right here, and then you can see how soft and buttery that applied. And I'm going to do the Golden Glow. I'm gonna skip a little bit of space, and I'm gonna do that one right there. So I really hope the lights aren't deceiving, but again, this is just much more peachy and golden, and this is just a little bit more neutral. I did wanted to swatch in between the older highlighter by Dior. I feel like this is gonna be a little bit more natural. Let me see the tones. But yeah, they're exactly the same color. Nude Glow, if you already have this one, you can get this one to be a little bit more intense if you wet your brush. So I feel like if you already have Nude Glow in the older formulation, I don't feel like you really need this one unless you really want it. But there are so many shades that you could get, you know, in this range to go for the same shade. I just wanted to make sure that they weren't that they were the same indeed for you guys. So they are the same exact Nude Glow, but I do feel like the newer one is more blinding, because I remember I've never gotten this luminizer from Dior this intense. So if you're looking for something more intense, the new one is the way to go. Now let's swatch a little bit of the Dior palettes that I have from them. Why not? From the Universal palette, I'm gonna take the gold shade here at top. I'm gonna put it below the Golden Glow, and they're not the same. This is more intense. You can see these highlighters from Dior are amazing. I'm obsessed with them. Let's do a little bit of this palette here. I'm gonna take this shade down here, and this is just super pink and more icy. You know, they're not really comparable with the two shades that I got from Dior. Now when it comes to other highlighters, I wanted to swatch pads. I feel like Nude Glow is gonna be the easier to really dupe, because it just looks like, you know, a highlighter. So if you look at it in the pan, look at the new pad highlighter, it reminded me of Pat's highlighter. So this one is pad at the bottom, and let me swatch the new one by Dior again just beside it, and I feel like they're very similar. If anything, the new Dior is just a little bit more neutral, and pads is just a little bit more golden in tone when they're against each other. But on the skin, I don't think you can really tell them apart. They're very similar. So if you get the new pads, probably you can totally skip Nude Glow. I also have this one by Burberry that I wanted to show you because again, it looked just like Nude Glow. So let's swatch this beauty right here. And yeah, same story. They're very similar color story. If you can see, if you take a look at my arm, these highlighters all are very similar to each other. Probably in the face, you're not gonna be able to tell them, you know, apart. But I feel like Burberry is closest in tone to the new Dior Nude Glow than to new pads. If you can see, I feel like, I don't know, in person. In the viewfinder, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but anyhow, this is a beautiful formula. What else I have here? I have Charlotte's highlighter. Let me just wipe down these swatches. Okay, I wiped down my arm again because that's getting a little bit crazy. So let's go again with Nude Glow, and I'm gonna place that at top right here. Very soft to apply. Let's do pads. I mean Charlotte's, her holiday highlighter. It looks similar in the pen, but the Nude by Dior is just a tiny bit more peachy. Charlotte's is just a little bit more neutral, but these two are very similar as well. So these and Nude Glow. As you can see, Nude Glow is a very common. It's very easy to dupe. So I don't feel like it's a unique shade. If anything, I got this one by Guerlain to compare. This is the only shade that I thought of when I see the shade from Dior. So Golden Glow. Let's swatch a Golden Glow right here, and let's swatch this peachy shade by Guerlain below it. Oh no, the one by Guerlain is just a little bit more peachy, not as blinding as the one from Dior. This looks a little bit more natural, but nonetheless they're very similar. Probably on the face you won't tell them apart, but anyways, I think that's it. You guys. I didn't find anything spot on. As you see, everything was very similar. They were close in tone, but they're not the same. Again, I feel like a Nude Glow is nothing very unique. These you can find in your collection, I'm pretty sure, especially if you already have this one by Dior in the 01 shade. I don't think that you need this one at all. When it comes to the formulation, I feel like this one is more blinding. It is more buildable. This is just more natural. So if you're into blinding highlighters, this is the way to go. If you don't mind that, then this is a good one to try. And because Nude Glow isn't a super unique shade, as you saw, there were many similar shades in my collection. If you have something like this one by Charlotte, if you picked up the new one by Pad, so you know, like this is nothing very special. But if you're looking for a very blinding highlighter, something very soft that is not gonna emphasize a lot of texture, that is just gonna melt onto your cheeks, I think this is a beautiful formulation. Like to touch, these highlighters are so soft. They're very pigmented. You can see one swipe is all it takes and it gives you a lot of pigmentation, and I could only see these if I wet them. I don't want to go there because I don't really like too much highlighter. This is a lot for me, but this is pretty, this is beautiful if I want to be super glam, you know. But yeah, formulation is top notch. highly recommend them. Beautiful. Golden Glow was my favorite out of the two. I didn't find anything like this in my collection, like a spot on dupe or even a closer shade. The one from Guerlain that I show you is not really similar. This is a beautiful color, and because I love golden highlighters, this is something that I see myself reaching for a ton, much more than the Nude Glow. This is blinding, you guys, but I think out of the two, this is gonna be my fave because of those golden hues that my undertone has. This is gonna be my pick out of the two. This is stunning. Again, the formulation of these highlighters is just a very soft, very beautiful. They're not really sitting at top of my cheeks, and I'm like obsessed looking at myself in the viewfinder right now. Like, look, I'm obsessed. Love Golden Glow. Love that I couldn't find anything very close to this shade specifically. I feel like this is something worth taking a look at. Nude Glow, more common, but this was my pick. Alright friends, and that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Now I would love to know, what do you think of these highlighters? Which of the two you liked better? What do you think of the swatches? Do you think is anything unique? Are you going to try this formulation from Dior? Any comments, anything at all, just drop it below. Thanks so much you guys for your love and support. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.